Well, on to our big spotlight for tonight. Tata Motors dropped a big surprise this morning when it announced that it had signed Lionel Messi as its global brand ambassador. The contract initially would be for a period of 2 years, that is extendable after expiry. This is not the first time, of course, that an Indian OEM has roped in a global sporting bigwig to endorse its brand. Last year, Hero MotoCorp announced a tie-up with ace golfer Tiger Woods for an estimated 250 crore rupees for a 4-year period. The question we ask tonight is how such big-ticket signings actually help the brand. We are now joined by noted admin Piyush Pandey from Ogilvy and Mather, whose sister agency Soho Square worked on that Messi campaign. Well, thanks so very much, Piyush, for joining us on the big picture. Well, Tata Motors has roped in Lionel Messi for an undisclosed amount. Do you think this is really smart advertising or marketing strategy, given the fact that there is very little resonance between Messi and the core products Tata Motors sells?
I don't actually agree with you, because if you look at Tata Motors and if you look at Lionel Messi and if you look at the history of Tata Motors in terms of buying over Land Rover, Jaguar, we are a global company today. And Lionel Messi is a global phenomena. And at Tata Motors, we believe that our brand values are being trustworthy, pioneering, and cool. And that's what Messi is all about. So I think it's a perfect fit. I've written a chapter in my book about usage of celebrities and how they should be appropriate to the brand, and I don't think I have seen anything more appropriate than this one.
Well, Tata Motors has also said, Piyush, that Lionel Messi will be used, of course, primarily for its passenger vehicle business and not for brands like Jaguar, Land Rover. How do you see that panning out?
No, it doesn't surprise me at all. How can it surprise me? I've been a part of it. So I am party to the decision of using Lionel Messi for passenger vehicles. Tata Motors is a very large company and it has various segments. So we have chosen to use Leo for the passenger vehicles because passenger vehicles are the ones that are used by you and me on a day-to-day basis. And I think we need trust, we need people who are pioneering, and we need people who are cool. So, yes, I'm not surprised because I'm part of it.
Yes, of course, you are part of this, Piyush. In fact, that's why, you're also on the show dissecting why this and what this means for a company like Tata Motors. But you have said in the past that how celebrity endorsement must be strategic and not opportunistic. From that prism, how does this brand alliance with Lionel Messi fit in?
As I said to you earlier, that when the values of a brand match the values of the celebrity you are using, then the connect is fit. If you look at what Tata's has done in this country, they're the first ones to bring in indigenously made cars. They're the ones as a company who are seen to be the most trusted company in our country. And what we require today is a little bit of cool, and I think Messi brings in the cool. And when you see the cars that are coming your way, you will find that why have we dared to use Messi, because I think we are bringing in some very cool cars.
Well, Piyush, you're making a strong pitch for that alliance that has been announced. But some would also say that there is a question of authenticity. Will Messi ever be driving a Tata Motors car? For instance, there is a brand fit when a Schumacher endorses a Mercedes AMG or a Federer endorses a Rolex. But Messi and Tata Motors?
What I would like to share with you is look at where is Messi coming from. Messi came from very small, humble beginnings, an honest man with a lot of heart, and that's why the campaign is made of great. That greatness is what comes from within. So you're not born great. So for a certain brand to associate with somebody because you already have fancy cars is good for them. But we believe in being rooted, being relevant to the people that we are talking to, and in the belief that we will keep improving the products that we bring in for the higher strata of society. So I think the growth of Messi and the growth of Tata Motors is based on identical solid foundations and not try to be fancy on day one.
Well, though Tata Motors has not disclosed an amount, Piyush, but Tiger Woods had signed an agreement with Hero MotoCorp for about 250 crore rupees. So, in that sense, I mean, this is a really big sum that is being paid.
Okay, I'll try and answer this. First is that I did not pay Lionel Messi, so I don't know what the amount is. Two is, number two, the second point is very important. See, Tata Motors or Tata's as a brand is a very savvy marketing company. They're not going to make the mistake of being frivolous. They don't have a need to do something which doesn't mean value. So I'm sure whatever the amount that they've decided on would be against an ROI that they've thought out very well, and they must have paid accordingly. It's a very savvy company which has done business in this country for over 100 years, and I don't think they want fame overnight because of a celebrity. They wouldn't do anything stupid. That is what I would like to believe.
Well, but do you think it's a legitimate question for shareholders to ask, Piyush? Let me persist with that, because shareholders can rightly ask, what is the return on the investment, considering Tata Motors passenger vehicle business has not been making any profits?
I think shareholders are interested on Messi's payment does not decide their dividend. The dividend is decided on the performance of the company. And I think shareholders also have a lot of confidence in the people who are managing the business that you have invested in. So I'm sure they would have a very justifiable answer to say as to why this is an investment which is valid, which is against value, and which is against an ROI which we expect would be a great one.
Well, what kind of a role then would you say, Piyush, that Lionel Messi can play? Because Tata Motors passenger vehicle business is indeed facing a crisis, and it's been a case for some years now. Many of its cars have lost appeal, and as I said at the start, that the company is also not making money. Are there examples of how a brand ambassador, if you can share, how a brand ambassador has been able to trigger a turnaround in the fortunes of a company? Apart from the famous case, of course, of Amitabh Bachchan improving the image of Cadbury when the company was facing a crisis, which I believe you had worked on.
Two things I would like to share with you. The Cadbury's example, I was a part of it when we worked with Mr. Bachchan. That was a crisis. This one is a case of business development. And it is not dependent only on the brand ambassador. It is dependent on what you do about the products that you bring into the market. So what we believe that you are likely to see in the months ahead of you is a combination of a product which is an upgradation from where we have come and a brand ambassador that goes along with it. So I am a complete believer that no brand ambassador in the world can sell a bad product. But we are very confident that the products that we are bringing out are going to be products that will live up to the expectations of the public, and that will match up to what we believe is common between us and Messi.
Well, thanks, Piyush. Well, you're giving us a peek into what we can expect from Tata Motors passenger vehicle business in the coming future. But sort of shifting gears, finally, well, Hero has, as I said, had roped in Tiger Woods last year. Now Tata Motors has signed a big deal with Lionel Messi. Does it tell you about the latent ambitions of Indian firms?
I think it's a fantastic phase of our lives. You have to ask yourself, why is a big international star saying yes to an Indian company? It only goes to say that the world has faith in India. The world has faith in saying, if I associate myself with certain brands from India, I will benefit. Why are we looking at it only as what Tata Motors will benefit? Lionel Messi is going to benefit from this. This is what we would like to believe, and this is what makes me very happy about the way India is going in the space of the minds of the world.
Point well taken, Piyush. Thank you so very much for joining us on The Big Picture tonight.